Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name's Lynn. I'm from Vietnam, but I have the privilege to live and work in the UK for the last 12 years, and I've used this channel to share all of the learning and the experience that I've got throughout my time of working in the UK. And in this video today, I will be sharing with you a day in the life of a locum pharmacist working in a busy care home dispensary. So let's dive into what a typical day looks like as a locum pharmacist. My first task of the day will be providing clinical checking for lots and lots of trays. Care home dispensary that I was working yesterday, they providing dispensing service to over 1,000 patients in care homes. The patients are staying in the care home tend to be elderly patient who are on multiple medication, or patient with mental health conditions such as dementia, schizophrenia, or patient with MS or epilepsy with complex epilepsy regimes. So you can imagine the amount of medicines that they are in. So it could be, a patient on about 10 to 15 medications. It could be quite time consuming, and especially if you are new to a care home setting. When I was working as an outpatient pharmacist, chances are those patients will visit the hospital to see the consultant to initiate on a treatment, so the dose is really low. You can just use baclofen again. So it could be 10 milligrams 3 times a day, but the dose that I've seen in a care home setting, it could be the same baclofen, but they have maximized it to 100 milligrams of baclofen daily. One of the things that I like about the dispensing system that pharmacy was using to support pharmacists in their clinical checking process is the pharmacist information that generated automatically using the dispensing system. Things that you can be aware of would be what allergies that the patient have, as any changes in the dose of medication, any new medication started. Those are essential information, and they are very useful for the pharmacist when we provide clinical checking service. The other piece of information that I find quite useful be an expiry date of a controlled drug prescription. So instead of looking into 28 days from the day the prescription written, when would that be, and then looking through my calendar and do mental calculations, I didn't have to do that because the system had already provided me that piece of information. Even though the majority of patients might be on a complex medication regime, chances are they had been on this for a long time, and unless the dispensing system will be telling me all certain medication are new, I could just make sure that I go through them all and individual drug, ensure that they are safe and there is no interaction between the medication. The other thing that I've noticed as well when I'm providing clinical checking, a lot of patients that I see could be an elderly patient. For example, if I see Dorothy and she is 92 years old and she's on a low dose of paracetamol because of low body weight, but yet she's on a max dose of apixaban 5 milligrams twice a day, then that raises an alarm bell that actually have I checked whether this dose of apixaban is appropriate. The second task that I have to do when working as a locum pharmacist in a care home setting will be checking the owing tray. The owing tray would have the list of all of the prescriptions being owed to the patient to ensure that there is no critical medicines is owed to the patient. For example, certain antibiotics. Recently, there's a lot of medication shortage, such as phenocimethylpenicillin, and clarithromycin is the one that's been shortage recently. Other options that we can switch the patient into, and also certain medicines such as baclofen. That's a solution that I can suggest to the patient to ensure that the patient doesn't miss any dose of medicine. So especially the critical one, ensure that the owing tray is checked thoroughly before I do any other task. It's something that I always need to bear in mind. The other task that I get to do when working as a locum pharmacist in the care home setting is checking acute prescription. So apart from the monthly medication supply that the patient in a care home receive from the dispensary, they also receive acute prescriptions such as antibiotics, such as changes in the formulation of certain medicine. If the patient experience any swallowing difficulty, then they would have to be switched from oral tablet into oral solutions or any other formulation that's more suitable to ensure that the patient receives the medicine. And the other tasks that I had to do as a locum pharmacist will be accuracy checking, and there was loads of prescription that already been dispensed and they already been clinical checked by the previous pharmacist, and my task would just be providing accuracy checking to ensure that the right medicine is dispensed. So the day in the life of a locum pharmacist working in a care home setting can be quite busy, can have such fast turnover because you have to ensure that all of those prescriptions are checked before the driver come, and they are coming at a certain time of the day, so you've got that pressure. That's it, that's all for me today. I hope you enjoy listening to my day of working as a locum pharmacist in a busy care home setting. I hope it's given you an insight into what a day would look like, what tasks associated with the pharmacist. So if you are thinking of booking some shift working in the care home, so you know what kind of activities that you should provide if you are new to the locuming world. If you find this video informative and relatable, please do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button and join me in this adventure of working as a locum pharmacist. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Take care and goodbye.